What up, everybody? This is your Cosmic Homegirl, and I'm doing a weekly forecast for everybody, for all signs, for all of us, for the week beginning November 29th of 2020 and ending with December 6th of 2020. So we are getting into the last month of this crazy freaking year of 2020. Okay. I do have a December 2020 horoscope video coming out just in general for all of us. So make sure you peep that on my channel here too. And I do have 2020 I'm sorry. Oh my God. I can't talk. Okay. I have December 2020 monthly horoscopes available for your sign to order as well on my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com. I need to update it. That's an old ass picture, man. 2021, yeah, definitely gonna be some updates here. But on the horoscopes page, you can go and order a horoscope video for your sign. Okay, remember, it is not a written or a computer generated report or anything. This is a video just like the one you're watching or listening to now, except it is going over the month in detail for your sign. Okay, and it's me that sends you the link. Within 24 to 48 hours is the time span I try to keep it in line to, and I send you the link via email. It is me. Okay, it's not an automated anything. All right. And I also have 2021 yearly horoscopes. We are in the last stretch of 2020. If you want to know what's popping in 2021 for your sign, oh my gosh, like how is Jupiter and Saturn and Aquarius going to affect you? I do go into that a little bit, Jupiter and Saturn and Aquarius and the eclipses in the December horoscopes, but I really go in detail on those transits for your sign in the 2021 horoscopes. And these are horoscopes that are between an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours long. I go in, I gets down with the details when it comes to love and money transits as well. Okay. So if you guys would like to order one of those, go to the horoscopes page on my website, and I'll leave the links below this video for that too. Okay, so this week has some major stuff going on. The biggest thing that's going on is the fact that we have an eclipse. We have an eclipse in Gemini. So the 29th, we have the moon entering Gemini on the 29th. And this is like building up to that eclipse. Moon and Gemini days in general, they're very, talkative, chatty. People want to know the tea. They're gossiping a little more. It's hard for you to put your phone down. You get bored very easily. You're cracking jokes. You're sending memes and all that stuff, right? So that's just what it is. But we are building up to an eclipse. I did not get to the weekly horoscope last week. So just talking about some lingering energies that have been popping since last week. It's Venus opposing Uranus. Now, this was exact on the 27th, and it's still hanging on. The first part of the week of this week that I'm covering. Venus and Uranus. Now, Venus is love and money, of course. It's enjoyment. It's expression of your beauty and your vanity or whatever, your style. Okay, so it's what you wear. If you wear makeup, if you wear wigs, if you do your hair, if you do your nails, if you put on clothing, that is Venus. Venus is also art and creativity. It's like expression of creativity, okay? And anything beautiful in the world and things that you like to consume as a physical being and so on. So Uranus is like spontaneity, and it's like lightning striking, and it's this nervous energy that you get overcome by, that makes you feel like, I gotta get up and change something. I always say you got a lightning bolt up the butt. That's like, you gotta get up and you gotta run around and, oh my God, I gotta do something different. Or you feel like you have to escape if you're feeling confined in any type of way. So that can be with either love or money. There can be, I'm not gonna lie, under a Venus Uranus transit, it can go either way. With dating, maybe you're in a situation and it's suffocating. You're like, I gotta break free and do something different, and you just go seek out a little something strange, or maybe you're used to dating a usual type. Your love life has been stale, so you just suddenly get a wild hair up the ass and say, oh, I'm gonna go and seek out a new experience and just grab some random, some people do that. There can be sudden attractions that happen that strike like lightning, and you're like, whoa, where have you been all my life? Hello. Or it could be the opposite. Maybe some people have a sudden breakup, like, okay, you know what? I need to break free. This shit has been stale for a long time and I just want to be free. Uranus is liberation and freedom. It's rocking solo, like authentically true to yourself. So if any type of relationship that you're in feels suffocating to where you can't really be yourself, maybe a lot of people are breaking free of those situations. However, when it comes to Uranian aspects, a lot of times what happens, either good or bad, doesn't last, because it's like something that just spontaneously happened in a moment that's like in a flash, and you're like, blah, So just as quickly in a flash as things happen is how they can be changed again, like, in the immediate future. So if people break up, it could be they make up again a little bit later down the line. Or if they meet and they're like, oh my God, all these sparks are flying, this is so dope, in that moment of this transit, then maybe when it fades off, it's like, you know what, you're not really all that. Or we don't have as much in common as I thought we did. You're kind of whack, you're boring, whatever. When it comes to money, Venus and Uranus opposition, it can mean that suddenly you come up on some money, especially because the signs of Taurus and Scorpio actually rule finances in astrology. So maybe you like have a sudden windfall of money, like they say, or like, you might find some money that you lost, once upon a time, or some people might win at the casino. This is Sagittarius season. I mean, Sag rules the casinos. So under that exact aspect, actually, which was, the 27th, maybe people had like, they magically won money at the casino. It depends on where it's at in your chart. Okay. I'm not saying for people to go to the casino and then lose all their money and come back and blame me and say astrology is fake. Okay. There's other factors involved, but this is just in general. All right. Maybe someone suddenly gave you money, gifted you money that you didn't expect, or you earned money. Maybe you got a bonus, a holiday bonus that you didn't expect. It's expect the unexpected with love and money, pretty much. And also when it comes to expressing yourself through like your fashion, your looks and everything, maybe you're trying something different. Maybe you're trying a rainbow colored wig, or like you are getting a tattoo, you're getting a piercing, you are just doing something out of the ordinary. Uranus is one of the planets that rule tattoos and piercings, because you're altering your natural state of your body. And so, and Venus can rule the appearance of the body. So, there can be more people like suddenly just, I want this tattoo, I want a piercing, I want, whatever. I'm sure if you guys follow me on social media, I'm sure you've seen that I have a tattoo of a lightning bolt on my middle finger. And that was something that I got when Uranus was exactly on my natal sun in Taurus. I mean, to the minute, to this little number right here, to the degree, exact on the sun. I was like, I want this lightning bolt tattoo. It's very random, whatever. And Uranus rules lightning, literal lightning striking, and also, the symbolism, the symbolic lightning striking in your world too. It rules that. So I got it on my middle finger, like, what the middle finger means, right? So that's a tattoo that I got under a Uranus transit. So, other people might be feeling this right now too, or getting a different type of a piercing, or maybe dressing different. Maybe you purchased something randomly. Especially with all the sales going on, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and the holiday sales will continue even after that. Maybe people are just finding random stuff that they're just like, ooh, I just want this, and it's an impulsive, spontaneous purchase, even leading up to this transit, like the previous week. I know I was guilty of that. My homegirl hit me up and she was like, yo, let's both dress, because we're both Tauruses, and so Uranus has been striking lightning on both of us, like, and bringing out our weirdness even extra. So she hit me up and was like, she sent me this link to this website and was like, let's get this weird costume. Let's both just fucking like wear this weird costume and strut around in it. And I was like, she's like, it's only $20. I was like, yo, bet. I purchased it right away. It was so random. And in the moment, I was like, oh, only $20? Shit. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll be a weird teddy bear with weird stuff on it. Whatever. I might share a picture. I may not, depending upon how it fits me and whatever. But anyway, yes, it was a very weird, random Venus, Uranus purchase that has to do with wearing, wear the appearance and wearing something different. So, some of you guys may go through some stuff like that, or whatever, working with whatever you have, like whatever you have in your closet, or something you haven't worn in a while, or you're just throwing something together that you already have that's like different, out of the ordinary, and just strutting around like, what are you looking at? Shocking people is Uranus. Okay. So yeah, this is still lingering, you guys. And what other aspect is lingering? That's really the only one that's worth talking about at the moment. Okay, so now let's get to this eclipse. Now I talked about this eclipse in the in the November video. If you want to go back and listen to that, a little bit of it in the December video, I'll be talking about too. But this is it's early in the day. This is an eclipse, a full moon, which is a sun and moon in opposing signs at the same degree. So this is gonna be super early in the morning. I'm on the west coast of the U.S., so keep that in mind. So it's like just barely, super early in the morning. Okay, so the full moon in Gemini. This full moon, it is making an aspect, a wide aspect to Mars. It's making an aspect to Chiron as well. There could be some healing involved. There could be truth. Now, the Gemini Sagittarius axis is about communication, and it's about spreading information. It's about what's true and what isn't. Is it just gossip and hearsay and he said, she said, or is it really the raw truth? Stuff like that is highlighted under this axis being lit up. And with the aspect to Chiron, it could be some truths that are like not so pretty, maybe they're kind of painful, or there's some healing involved with truths being brought to light. Okay. There could be some things like what's an opinion versus the truth. What's, what I'm saying? Cause like Gemini energy is more about like, and I always say that this axis is about like the big picture versus the small picture. Like I say that Gemini looks through a microscope, kind of, sort of, not as much as Virgo, right? Virgo really looks at the details under a microscope, but Gemini kind of does too. It's more things on a small scale. Like think of it like Gemini is like your neighborhood and your city, right? And you staying there, and that's all you know. My city, my hood. You know how the rappers are. A lot of rappers have Gemini energy. My city, my hood, and that's your whole world. That's all you know, and you don't go outside of that. You know everybody within that vicinity. They all know you, whatever. And then Sagittarius is being a citizen of the whole entire freaking planet. You've been to other countries. You've relocated maybe to another state or whole different coast of your country, or maybe even another country. And you see the world through a telescope, through a big, broad perspective. you've been around different types of people everywhere around the world know you have friends, on different continents and stuff like that. You are aware of their cultures. You may speak some of their languages. That's Sagittarius. Gemini is just like, Gemini is curious about different things, wants to learn different stuff, but Gemini energy is like skimming through like an article or a post or something, through a paragraph, and just collecting a little bits and pieces of info, and then like reciting that, reciting enough to make it seem like you know it in detail when you don't. And then Sagittarius is about reading like a long book or a novel, or like a encyclopedia or something, and really retaining a lot of knowledge and being able to spit that back out and teach people something. Both signs are about learning and teaching. And so there could be just something collectively that needs to be healed or discussed or brought to light about education, our educational systems around us, perhaps, or travel. They're both about travel. So something, maybe there's travel stuff that's gonna be changed or something with this eclipse, especially since there's another spike in the Rona right now. Maybe there's going to be some limitations that this eclipse is going to bring to light that need to be put into place to get the pandemic under control. Because once we go into December, like mid and late December, that's when the Jupiter and Saturn enter Aquarius, and there's Saturn in Aquarius doesn't play around with that social distancing stuff. It puts it back into place, even more strict than before. And then Jupiter rules travel, you know what I'm saying? And it's going into Aquarius. It's right close to Saturn. So there's going to be restrictions and limitations, which is Saturn, on things involving travel and social gathering, which is Jupiter in Aquarius. So this eclipse may set off something that we need to heal, things. So there's things involving moving around and socializing in either big or small places. That's like, that has to change. The eclipses bring huge changes. Like, I know that every day people will read posts on social media or listen to videos or something by spiritualists or articles, and it's like big huge shift. Every day is a big huge shift, right? But like, just no bullshit, eclipses really do bring world rocking events. All right. So that's what we have on the 30th, on Monday the 30th. And of course, if you want to know how this eclipse affects you based on your sign, hit up my horoscope page on my website, and I go into the details for your sign. Okay. So then the moon continues to be in Gemini. The next day on December 1st, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 1st. Excuse me. Mercury moves into Sag, stays here for 20 days. Mercury joins the sun. Mercury moves pretty fast. So once it moves into Sagittarius, it's first it's like 10 degrees away, right? But it stays pretty close by to the sun. So the sun in Sag and Mercury in Sag, oh my gosh, hella Sag energy in the air, hella celebratory energy, turn up, no worries, not really thinking about the consequences, being impulsive, enjoying the moment, live in the moment, and create experiences. That's all Sag energy right there. So Mercury is how we're speaking and thinking. So we're speaking very Sagittarian like, which can be very direct, to the point, blunt to a fault at times. Oh my God, I can't tell you guys how many times, like, I attract Sagittarius men with dating, and yeah, some of them can say some shit, man. Like, oh my God. I have stories. Oh, they just say some things to where my sensitive Pisces moon is like, did you really just say that? Oh my God. Yeah. And then I remember one of my first Sagittarius boyfriend, he was just like, what? That's just how my family talks. That's how I was raised. We all talk like that. And yeah, his mom's was a Sag. He had sun and moon in Sag. So both his parents had Sag energy. So that's totally believable. They all did get together and just talk shit, and you know what I mean? And it's like, I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, but you're supposed to love me. You're supposed to baby me. Oh my God. My Pisces moon just couldn't. So yeah. Sag can be super duper blunt, but this is energy that all of us are embodying at this time. So people could be like really just direct and straightforward about their thoughts, their opinions, their beliefs. If you believe something to be BS or you believe something to be true, you're going to be like, hey, very vocal about it. And the Mercury and fire signs is like loud, you know what I mean? Just, and I always say that, when we have Sagittarius season, even when we're typing or texting, like there's hella exclamation points at the end of stuff. And if we're speaking as if there's a bunch of exclamation points, in the sentences, like everything is big. And yeah, but the thing we need to be careful with Mercury and Sag is talking a big game, like promising more than we can deliver. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in the moment, you really do mean it. And it's a dope idea. Oh my God, you're excited about it. But once that moment passes, you can just be already on to the next thing and just forget what you promised, Yeah, unfortunately, having several Sag dating experiences, boyfriends or whatever, and having a lot of Sag friends, yeah, the follow through is not always there. But they mean well in the moment, so just be careful if we're embodying this energy with how we talk, that we're not doing that. Or the grass is greener syndrome is another Sagittarius thing. With us having the sun and Mercury here, we can be very dissatisfied. Like Sag is seeking the ultimate gratification in life, live life to the fullest. That's a total Sag quote. And so if we are not fully happy, like we're seeking out happiness a lot with Sag energy, the ultimate happiness, like we expect things to be so grand. Yeah, this is going to be so dope. And we have these big expectations. And we can feel like this is like it's never ending to be seeking that out. You know what I'm saying? So just on a regular schmegular human scale, this can mean you want to be happy in a big way, so you think that doing something, or like eating something, drinking something, consuming something, is going to fulfill this big need to feel happy in a moment. And then once it doesn't, it's like, oh man, this didn't give me that feeling I thought it would, so let me seek out something else that will. So because of that, Sag energy has a tendency to, have the grass is greener on the other side. Like you're looking for the next experience. So be careful not to like burn through money trying to be happy, or burn through people trying to be happy. Sag energy is also about gratitude. So really finding having gratitude in your life. Like it's so big, grand, big picture Sagittarius, that Sag energy can forget sometimes to look at the little things in life that you have and just say, I'm happy with this. But on the flip side, there are a lot of people who do have Sag energy that they're just happy, grateful people about everything. They have the ability to turn lemons into lemonade, like that lame saying says. You know what I'm saying? Like they can wake up and be like, I am happy to breathe air today. It makes me think of Coming to America. If any of you guys have seen that movie, I know it's like old. It's from the 80s, but it's a freaking classic. Hilarious. Where he just like opens the window. He's happy to be somewhere else, in New York. And he's just like yelling out the window all happy. And New York people are like, fuck you, man. Fuck you and your happy ass. Shut up. So that's kind of what Sag energy can make us be, like that, to where we're just like, I am very happy to be here, haha, with a big old smile, about everything. So try to tap into more of that side of like having gratitude about everything, even the little things, and not just seeking it out in grand ways, and then it's not enough, and then you want bigger and more and more and more, to where you're exhausting your funds, your money, and your energy and your time seeking out the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the ultimate is found within the smallest things. So you can't always think the grass is greener somewhere else is going to be better and a bigger, happier experience. Like, it may not be. You know what I'm saying? It might be better to stay where you're at. That's why Sag is, a lot of times I say, trotting, thoughtin' Sagittarians. They're just, they're on to the next one. Jay-Z is a Sag. He has that song, on to the next one. That's perfectly fitting, man. So anyway, Mercury's going to be here. The sun's going to be here. Mercury's here till the 20th. And the sun is in Sag until the 21st. So they're very, very close by, really illuminating us with Sagittarian energy. Sag energy is very celebratory. So a lot of people are celebrating just life, and tis the season to do that. I mean, in the Western world, especially the US, everybody is, hyped up with all this consumerism. Like I said, Sag energy is like, oh my God, I want this, I want that. This is going to be so great. And doesn't really think of the consequences, meaning you ain't really thinking about your bills. But once cap season hits and really kicks in, then it's like, dun, 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 looking at your bills, man. Ooh, it's no joke at that time. Everything's a joke during Sag season, though, let me tell you. All right, so moving ahead. The moon does move into Cancer on the 6th. No, I'm sorry, the 1st. Where we at? Okay, so the moon does move into Cancer later on December 1st and stays here until December 4th. Moon and Cancer days, we want to be comfy, we want to be cozy, we only want to be around those who we are familiar with. So that can mean literal blood family, or some people have family that are not blood related. So you just want to be cozy. You may be lazy if you have vacation time or whatever. Moon and Cancer days are really good to take that time off and just chill at home. Some people will want to be, like I said, close to family, maternal figures, or your inner maternal energy comes out on those days. You could be mad sensitive, taking shit like way too far personally, like, oh my God, was that post subliminally about me? And it's like, you're reading into shit way too much, okay? Like, that happens under Moon and Cancer days or any Cancer transits. But yeah, it's really good for just like cooking, doing things around the house, chilling, being around people that you love and all of that jazz. Okay, so then not really too many new things going on. The moon will oppose Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn like it does every month. That could be kind of an emotionally challenging day. Maybe some reality checks. Maybe you're like wanting to be all in your feels, and then all this cap energy is like, get the fuck out of your feels and get on some business and some work. Okay, get out of your jammies, get out of your bed, get your ass up and get something done, man. All right, so anyway, then we go on to the 4th, and the moon moves into Leo on this day. The moon will be in Leo until the 6th. So from the 4th to the 6th. Moon in Leo days, you want to show off. You feel good. This adds to the fire energy in the sky. We've got Mars in Aries. We've got Mercury and the sun in Sag. And then we've got the moon in Leo. So the term "it's lit," December 4th will definitely be that. And it's a Friday. So if people are permitted to get out or party or anything in any type of way, the 4th might be a day to where people really just feel like, I just need to get out. I'm tired of being cooped up, and because of the fire energy, Moon and Leo days, people do want to show off, show out. They feel like they're strutting red carpets no matter where they go. They're wearing their sunglasses, their shades, their lokes, or whatever, focused on their hairdo, focused on how they look. Do you not know who I am? That's total Leo energy right there. Showing off creative talents. If you can't really go anywhere, if you're into the TikTok thing, Moon and Leo days, people could be doing those goofy TikTok dances, making videos and stuff like that, or just posting on social media, flexing on any of the apps. Okay. But yeah, it could be very playful, fun energy, childlike energy, romantic energy. Yes. Okay, so that's December 4th. And then on the 6th, a couple things going on. We have Venus making a trine aspect to Neptune. I think this is more like really late at night on, it's more of an exact aspect, really late at night on the 5th. The 5th, which is the Saturday. Venus trine Neptune. This is beautiful energy, you guys. Oh my gosh. This has been building all week. For the majority of the week. It's been building up. Venus trine Neptune. You see, look at that pretty color that they have with this aspect line. Ooh, that like perfectly describes this energy. It's beauty, it's love, it's romance, it's creativity that's like at its best, its finest, at its highest. This is unconditional love vibrating at the highest degree, this aspect, which of course Neptune blinds us to things, blinds us to the facts sometimes, it blurs out flaws. So we have to be careful with that, even with a trine, which is a beautiful aspect. But Venus trine Neptune, it makes me think of like beautiful, harmonious music. So if you don't have anything to do with love, it could just be enjoying Neptune things. Venus is enjoyment, Neptune is fantasy, escapism. It's like movies, music, TV, art, video games, stuff like that. So Venus trine Neptune, people will want to escape into those things in order to enjoy themselves. Venus trine Neptune, even though a trine is a good aspect, be very careful with your material things and your money, because you can lose track of those things on those days. Neptune dissolves boundaries, and Venus is your material things and your money. So people cannot see the boundaries between themselves and your stuff. Okay. So people can overstep their boundaries, and pretty much these like Neptune aspects are hot for theft. Okay, for thievery. And we also have the sun building up to a square to Neptune. Now, when we have the mutable stuff in the sky, these are like common theft transits. So even though this aspect of the sun square Neptune isn't going to be exact until like the middle of the following week, it's still building up. So be careful, you guys. When you're buying things, especially, the holidays, buying gifts, or some people buy like TVs and computers and stuff like that, put the boxes for them, like be discreet about it. This is my Scorpio energy talking, right? Right now as I'm recording this, Mercury's in Scorpio, Venus is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is very protective and very suspicious of people. So protect your material things. Be very discreet about what you buy, what you have in your house. Step up the security within your house, because let me tell you, my house was robbed one year under I think the sun square Neptune transit. Yep. And it was on Thanksgiving 1 year, like a few years back. Our house got robbed, and that they took exactly that, laptops and video game systems and like electronics and stuff. So it was very disappointing. And so you need to step up the security during this season, because it's holiday season, quote unquote. But astrologically, this is why Neptune makes people deceptive. And, the mutable signs can be very sneaky and let me see what I can get away with. All of them can have that dark side. Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, even though they act like they're the angels of the world, put on that innocent face. Oh, what? Put on their Poindexter act. I would never. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Bullshit. Some Virgos, that mutable energy is tricky, and Geminis. Geminis can bullshit people pretty well. So we have a hot, we're going to have the sun and the south node in Sag, Neptune in Pisces, and then the north node in Gemini. Like this activation of mutable energy in the sky, it just brings out people's breaking into your car, your house, stealing your stuff, stealing even your information. Once Mercury, we'll get to that later, like in the month, Mercury square Neptune. That's when it's like people will try to pull jack moves on your information, your social security number, your credit card numbers and stuff like that. So just be careful, you guys. Okay, the whole month of December, people could be on their bullshit with that. But starting with the beginning, step up that security. Make sure you have renter's insurance or insurance for your home, your items, your car, everything. Make sure you have security systems. Okay, get those cameras up. That doorbell camera that now you can get fairly easily these days. Get all that shit in place. Okay. All right. So that's going to wrap up the week. The moon moves into Virgo on the 6th. Yeah, the moon moves into Virgo, and see, here's even more mutable energy in the sky. So the 6th, I would say more so like the 7th, which I'll cover more next week, will have all 4 mutable signs in the sky. Okay, so you really need to be careful with scammers, um, thieves, and just overall people trying to BS you and swindle you on things. Okay. So the moon moves into Virgo. Just in general, moon and Virgo days, as I always say every month, they're good for getting your life together, for organizing things, going over your schedule, your routine, your calendar, your health regimens, and all of that stuff. And very analytical, sometimes to a fault. Virgo moon days, you can really look in the mirror and pick at yourself like, ooh, I need to adjust this. I need to get this procedure done. Oh my God, I need to fix this. Or you can look at other people like that and criticize them if and be super judgy. That's a negative side of it. But the good side of it is being helpful and, getting in where you fit in with helping people out if they need your assistance. It could be an energy to really do a lot of work too, to focus in on work. Virgo is a sign that rules work. So yeah, even though it's a Sunday when it enters that sign, maybe if you have any type of work to do, whether it's for a job or in your personal life, you'll be more on it. Okay. I do notice the Virgos in my world, which I have a family full of freaking Virgos. And I have slight Virgo energy myself. I noticed that, everybody's cleaning and you smell the cleaner and the bleach and all that stuff in the house when the moon's in Virgo. All of a sudden, everybody's like, we got to get this done. And oh my God, this is filthy. So yeah. Anyway, you guys, that's going to wrap up the week. November 29th through December 6th of 2020. So hopefully you guys have a good week. Hopefully you have had a good holiday. If you celebrate anything, shopping and stuff. Yeah, be careful with that, with the mutable energy in the air. Don't forget to peep the December video that I'm putting out on this channel. Don't forget to follow me on IG for more horoscope stuff and just some fun that has to do with astrology too. And also, my first house has been lit up. So I have been on my selfie game lately. If anybody's annoyed by that, sorry, but I don't give a fuck, because when your first house is lit up, you really come out of the shadows and you're feeling yourself. It's just the way it is. Who cares? But I do post astrology related stuff, of course. And don't forget to order a horoscope for either December or for the next year, okay? On my website. So check out the links for that below. And I will see you guys in my next videos. All right, peace.